It was one of those trips where you go and you're like, I'm just picking up things here and there. And next thing you know, your cart's full. And then when you get home and you're pricing it all out, you're like, that wasn't a bad bins trip. I say that, but I feel like I'm like that at the bins a lot. I'm like, oh, I don't really know that this is a good trip. And then I look at my cart, I'm like, hey, I didn't do too bad. So maybe that's just the nature of the bins. Hi Sequels friends, welcome back to my channel. It is so wonderful to have you here on this beautiful day, and I really do appreciate you tuning in. If you happen to be new, my name is Heather and I am a part-time reseller across various online platforms, and I like to share my journey here on YouTube. As the YouTube title said, today we are doing a good old-fashioned bins haul, y'all. Yes, I went to the Goodwill outlet and it was a pretty decent trip. Let's see, I want to tell you guys the deets first. At the Asheville Goodwill outlet, Goodwill Bins, the price for clothing is $1.49, and I got 21 items. 2 of them we kept for ourselves. I just got a little kicking around the house dress, and my partner got something to use down in the glass blowing studio. So I am listing 19 of the 21 items. But when you divide out the total I spent, which was $40, it was 38 and some odd cents, and I rounded up. So when you divide out the 21 by the $40, it does come to $1.09, if I remember correctly. If not, future Heather will make sure the facts are accurate. $1.09 per item, which is awesome. That is why we go to the bins, because everything there is cheap, cheap, cheap. And with customers being increasingly conscious about the price, Lord knows I am, with the price of everything increasing constantly around you, this does give a lot of wiggle room for when people send offers or to let things go at a more affordable price on something. This is a cycling jersey, and my partner picked this up for me and asked me to give it a try because he is aware of this brand and they sell for a decent amount at retail. It is SUGOI. You can see it right here, SUGOI. And it has a cool, bold graphic print, and as with cycling jerseys, it has the pockets in the back and the zip top mock neck. I cannot find this exact pattern online. This isn't a medium, which I didn't mention, but I cannot find this exact pattern online. And the prices for pre-owned are all over the place. I'm going to show you here what I'm listing this for. And if I picked this up anywhere else besides, if I saw this anywhere else besides at bin prices, I probably would not pick it up. But I have to tell you, I've sold a few cycling jerseys in the past and they have sold quickly for me. So it'll be interesting to see how that does. This is a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, hand embroidered 100% silk long sleeve top. It is in a size 38, which I believe is our size 8. Look at that gorgeous embroidery on the sleeves. And it also has some cutout detail. And I'll be really curious to see what you guys think, or if you know anything about this brand. It is, we gotta just zoom in, please. Does that mean I've been a blurred head the whole time? Well, we'll see. It is peony. And as you can see, like I said, 100% silk, handmade. But I see this listed as vintage everywhere. And I have to be honest with you, I'm not 100% sure if it actually is vintage. And my reasoning for questioning if it is vintage is that it has these cleaning codes. So you guys let me know if you know anything about this brand and whether or not it is truly vintage. I'll show you below how I listed it and the price, but the pricing is very good. So if you do see this brand out there, even at regular store prices, it would be worth the investment. This is Antonio Milani. And it is bright white, which is always fun to find at the bins. And it is a cap sleeve bright white button blazer. And I love this pleated detail at the cuff. And it does also have, which I denoted, the belt loops on the side. So I'm kind of excited to see how this does. Just perfect for springtime, perfect for Easter or a wedding dress. This is Sarah Elizabeth. It is a linen rayon blend. And I thought this dress is so pretty for springtime. It looks kind of like a block print, short sleeve maxi dress with a fun border print at the bottom, that matching border print at the waist, and then look at all the beautiful wood bead detail. And you just, I don't know if you heard that on the floor, but these the little back ties that cinch in your waist a little bit, and they have cute little beaded detail on them. This just screams to me springtime, so I definitely had to pick that up. I'm telling you, the amount of white things that I found in the bins was quite amazing. These were definitely worth the pickup at the $1.09 bins pricing because they are, who cares? I don't really care about the brand, but they are Cynthia Rowley. But more importantly, they are 100% linen pant in a very wearable size large. And look at this, they are cropped wide leg. Everything that's on trend at the moment, pockets, and also some patch pockets on the butt. But given that these are right on trend, I had to give them a try. They are a size 12. And they are a very beautiful coloration, plaid, wide leg, trouser, dress pant. And look at that, they are pleated. So many dark academia vibes with the faux back pockets. Now, I'm not sure if Tommy Bahama is worth the pickup. I did pick up a few Tommy Bahama things. I picked up a Tommy Bahama shirt at the bins on a previous bins trip, and it has not moved yet. It was very springtime. So it's gonna be interesting to see if this brand is even worth the pickup anymore. But given that this one is 100% silk, I decided to go ahead and risk it and give it a try. Very, very pretty, olive green, long sleeve button front dress shirt. It has that, you know, little pattern. You could barely see it on there. You might not be able to see it at all. And it does have the collar and the cocoa buttons. These I've sold before. They aren't a huge price point, but given that price, it's worth the investment. Original weatherproof vintage. And this is a classic fisherman style waffle cream mock neck button pullover. And not only did I get a cream version, but the exact same thing in gray. Now, based on the price points, I just listed them separately, as you could see below. But if you are looking for a higher out the door price point, you could list those together in a bundle and get that amount. It is just the brand name Peddlers, which I have no familiarity with, but with vintage, I'm worried less about the brand and more about that size 16, which we love plus size vintage, as well as the silhouette. And this is just the cutest little overall pinafore pink corduroy midi dress. That A-line. Now, I'm a size 20 and this fit me pretty decently, so it's definitely should be oversized. It does have the back pockets, but as you can see, which I think you can see that on camera, let's see. There is some spotting on it, and there's some you could see. It looks almost like a rust. And it's went through its first round of washing, and I would say that the stains are like half as dark as they were before. So I'm going to put it through another round of washing. You can see some right there as well. And if it comes out, great, I'll list it for sale for the price we have here. And if it doesn't come out, I'll just wear it. We're getting into gardening season, and I love to wear dresses in the garden because to me it's just so much more comfortable. So if I can't get the stains out, I'll just use it as my gardening dress. Lighting is so interesting today. I'm really intrigued to see how this video turns out. As I said, I'm not concerned about seasonality as much as some other resellers are when I go to the bins. If I find something at a good price, I go ahead and get it. And when I get home, I go ahead and list it. In fact, just this week, I've sold 2 jackets, 1 windbreaker and 1 winter coat. Of course, people are probably looking for some deals on winter wear at this time, which given bins prices, I could give them some deals on this and we'd both walk home happy. So I went ahead and picked up this totally 80s. It does not have a brand on it. It just says made in Taiwan, but it is 100% leather bomber style jacket in this beautiful, beautiful maroon color, which clearly I am obsessed with. You will see why shortly. I have a few things with this very 80s maroon color, mauve color in it. I don't know, I'm feeling it lately. But I love that with the epaulets at the top, the little bit of pleating there. It does have a button at the top and a button at the elastic bottom. We do have some pockets right there, cute little sleeves, and it is a zip front. I mean, and I gotta tell you, there are a couple of spots on it. We'll see if we can get this on camera. There you go. You can see just a little bit of spots there. It's just a little bit of, I don't know, gunk. I'm thinking that my suede brush might be able to brush those out, but even if it doesn't, I mean, this is just spectacular. It's spectacular. I'm balancing things precariously across both of my tables because I've already washed all of this stuff, so I'm not really keen on setting it on the floor. Here's another somewhat out of season, depending. I don't know, I'd wear this to the office in spring, but I mean, I guess it depends on if you think it's appropriate to wear a velvet only in certain seasons. It just says 100% cotton and tailored in Japan, and it is a size 18. But it's like I said, I'm an 18 or 20. It's just a little bit small for me, so I did include the measurements on there. But oh my gosh, this is just a classic winner. If you're a capsule wardrobe person, this is a must. We have the 2 buttons, the front patch pockets, and I mean, it's just a classic velvet jacket. And this one is right in line with it. Total academia vibes, total 70s vibes. But I am unfamiliar with the brand and I cannot find anything on this brand when researching. So I don't know if it is modern, current, if it's a junior brand because it's size 9, or if it's just the old odd sizing. As you can see there, the brand is Deerwood. And look at this. Oh, I am so in love. The jewel tone navy blue color. Look at those old school chunky woven buttons. You have the 2 front patch pockets. I mean, everything about this is fabulous with the thick navy blue corduroy. I absolutely love this. One of the reasons why I wanted to go to the bins is because I need tops so bad. And to me, it's hard to pay the $5 top price at the Goodwill, at the regular Goodwill, or when you're out thrifting, they're usually around that price, because I cannot always get more than $15, $19 for a top. And so it just becomes a category that is a necessity because they move like crazy, but doesn't always bring me in a lot of money. But this one, when I found it, I was really excited. You could see all of that gorgeous lace detail right running through the middle and then also at the bottom. And while it does not have a brand name on it, there is a tag. And yes, it is 100% linen, which we're always excited for. Linen is a great selling feature. And also it's made in Italy. Okay, so I was clearly on an academia vibe, as I tend to be when it comes especially to vintage stuff. This is Stephanie Andrews, and check it out, it is in 16W. So this is also in a plus size, and yes, it's vintage. Beautiful blue green long sleeve plaid with this velvet collar, velvet buttons, velvet accent at the faux pockets, and it's basically a blazer midi dress. How cool is that? I'm really excited to see how that performs. I kind of took a risk with that because I don't know if blazer dresses are a thing, even though it certainly seems they should be with how great the academia core vibe is going. But when I looked it up, I saw that several blazer dresses have sold recently on eBay. So I think I'm headed in the right direction with that one. And then this is just gorgeous. Again, beautiful, gorgeous maroon color. It is a full winter coat, wool and everything, but I had to pick it up. It is London Fog, and I just have moved London Fog coats well. Look at that gorgeous color. Belted. It has faux patches, pockets right here, but it does have the actual pocket down here and a nice longer length. And it's collared, but it also has the removable button hood. And I have to tell you, this looks like it is in brand new condition. The only thing that was wrong with this is it is like somebody had washed it or stored it with a bunch of towels. The amount of lint that is on it currently, it pales in comparison to the amount of lint that was on it when I got it. I swear to you guys, it must have taken me a whole lint roller just to get it all off, enough to photograph, and then it will definitely be going through another lint roll session when I actually send it out. I have to tell you, this bin strip was such a it was such a disappointment in that I kept finding bins and bins and bins of wonderful, spectacular vintage linen sheets, but none of them had any pairs. And if it's a really cool pattern, then, and it's just a flat sheet, I would still risk getting it. But it just, I kept putting them in my cart, like, I hope I'm gonna find these later. And I'm like, oh no, these are all in the bins because nobody bought them because there's no matches. But I thought I'd give this a try. I told you I bought something else from Tommy Bahama, and this is it. It is Tommy Bahama Home Collection, and it is a shower curtain in a very Tommy Bahama pattern of stripes in blue, white, and green. So that one is not listed because I have to take down my shower curtain and put it up to get a nice photograph. I was so thrilled to find these, I can't even tell you. And my partner was digging through the same bin as me, and when I pulled these out, I was like, hey, that over there, could you hand that to me? And he's like, this? I go, yeah. And he's like, isn't it kind of like Golden Girls? And I said, yes. And you're saying that like it is a bad thing. You show me Golden Girls stuff, because look at this pattern. Oh, it is giving me all sorts of 90s Laura Ashley vibes. Again, with that maroon, mauve color, big honkin' roses. And these are actually 2 curtain panels, and they are by this brand, Resell Home Fashions. Now, I see this brand all over the place as far as resale value. It looks like this brand makes current things, this brand has vintage things, and I honestly do not know if this is a vintage pattern or a reproduction pattern. Based on sold comps, somebody has 4 of these panels listed for like $250, which is just ridiculous. And that's why they're listed for that and not sold for that. But I did see somebody who had sold these recently for a decent amount, closer to what I'm listing mine for. And they said they were vintage, and it came with the 2 panels and a valance. I do not have the valance, just the 2 panels. But oh my gosh, between the cottagecore that's super hot right now in home decor, and that French country, French provisional style, it seems like a lot of the home decor is getting a little bit more traditional in style, a little bit more warmth. These are just right in line with that, and I don't know. I'm just excited to see how they do. So they are not listed yet because I need to take down my curtains in here to get a proper photograph. So I gave those a count, and it looks like there were 18 items there, and I am missing one because I've sold one already. And going along those same vintage 90s overly floral feel, this full apron I just recently sold for this price, and it did have a little bit of discoloration right here at the chest, but I was still happy to let it go for that price. And how stinking cute is that? So here my gross projections have come in at $552 to $821. Now, several of these items I did list on the high side because with vintage, I never know and I always try harder. But I think we're probably looking more at the $550 to $650 range. Okay, guys, I do so appreciate you tuning in. Please do let me know which of these items were your favorite by listing them in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, do feel free to give me a thumbs up. This has been a chaotic video. I'm having a lot of technical issues, so hopefully this turns out the way that it is supposed to. Thank you guys always for tuning in and for all of the support, and I will be back on Saturday with some more reselling content. Take care, even to the bitter end. Take care, everybody. Goodbye.